he's took the piss out of me. I take the piss out of him. So yeah, let me explain this.
Why did he end the live? Why did he end the live really quickly then?
What?
Why did he end the live really quickly and upset?
No, he didn't. He didn't. So let me explain it. Can I explain it?
Yeah, go on.
So, like, see, you know, when there's say if there's a disabled person, yeah, I would take the piss out of my mate, yeah, and I would take the piss out of anybody around me. I take the piss out myself. Listen, I don't care. I've got a long head. I've got this or whatever. I'm a skinny, lanky, whatever. I take the piss out myself, and I take the piss out of the people around me, and I have banter and whatever, and I expect it back. And because somebody's disabled, right, I would not be like pussyfooting around them, or I would not be like this, that, and the other. Darren,
you just take the piss out of them.
What?
You don't pussyfoot around disabled people. You just take the piss out of them, then, yeah.
No, I don't take the. I wouldn't take the piss out.
Hang on, let me get this way. Because you take the piss out of yourself, and you have banter, and you take the piss out of yourself, it entitles you to take the piss out of disabled people.
Can I finish?
Go on.
He asked me to impersonate him, right?
Oh, he did.
And do you know the impersonation? I actually said, listen, I'm not going to impersonate you because it'd be savage and I wouldn't want to. And he goes, no. He goes, no. He goes, go savage. He goes, I want that. He goes, I think it's funny. This, that, and the other. Darren takes everything with a pinch of salt. He's actually quite a. He can have a bit of banter back and forth and stuff like that. And I actually said, listen, I don't want to do that. It's too far. Blah, blah, blah. And before that video, we'd had that same thing, bantering back and forth. He cuts me off. Whether he cuts me off.
Go on, 1.7. Let's get him up. 1.7. We're going up. Listen. What you did, you took the piss out of him, right? You come on, you was out on a night out. You was all pissed up. You put your filter on, and he left. I don't think there was any. Go on, you gullible gifters. Keep gifting him. He needs to pay for his beers tonight. He left. He left the chat. He left upset. Yeah.
No,
have you had any contact with him since? He's been with Ed Matthews. I mean, weren't you taking the piss out of Ed Matthews, saying that he's bullying him, indirectly bullying him?
He's fucking. He called him a
hang on a minute. Hang on. That could be banter because Darren likes banter, doesn't he?
Darren went.
Why was you calling out Ed Matthews, who's took him around and done a lot more than what you've done, rather than just go and bully him and take the piss and put a filter on him? Yeah, you're calling out Ed Matthews.
Share the live.
Go share live.
Share live to Darren.
Hey, look, hey, DG, 1.9k. I'm getting you up there, baby. I'm getting you up there. You'll be at 3k in a minute.
DHB.
I'll get your gifts in. Don't you worry about that. So hang on. So you're saying that yours is banter. He's with Ed Matthews, floating around and everything else, and you're calling out Ed Matthews saying he's indirectly bullying him. So what was yours then? Yours was just banter.
He said to him, "You effing SPAZ." TIC.
You put a filter on, putting eyes up there and eyes up here, and went, yeah, you want it. So what? Hang on.
After he asked me to impersonate, hey, let me just.
Why don't you just say? Don't wipe your tears. Don't dry your eyes.
I had a crumb on my mouth. He said. And as well, you know how you're saying get numbers up? You do realise I was sat on 12,000 people while I was doing Come Down.
2.2. Listen, right, let me tell you something. You were sat on 800, 900k, and you always sit at that. You're at 2.2k because I'm in your live, and I'm clout chasing off for you. Remember that?
I sit at minimum over 1,000, minimum. Unless I'm sitting here in a green screen like this, because obviously you're not seeing what I'm doing. You're just sitting in a pair of eyes.
My chin's bigger than your. I'm sorry. I mean, my yeah, whatever. Anyway,
I'm not bothered about looks or anything like that. I don't give a.
Because before I hung up, you was going on about my hairline, mate. I'm 40 years of age. I'm happily married. I got my child there. Yeah, where are you? Oh, you're swanning off away from your child to spend people on TikTok so you can get some more gifts in and everything, and you, mate. TikTok's ruined your life. TikTok's ruined your life. Let's face it. You're putting a big brave face on. You hide behind that little raccoon, right? And let's face it, deep down, you sit there and you probably cry yourself to sleep. Listen. I do. It's not embarrassing. We're men. You've made mistakes, right? but stop taking off of vulnerable women, because you won't want your woman, who you pay child maintenance, which I hope you do, to then give it to somebody like yourself who hides behind a raccoon, right, and takes other people's money and manipulates them because so you can go on holidays to Benidorm and that. You are a pathetic. You are a pathetic man. You've had a dig at my wife, which was uncalled for because she never said anything wrong to you, and you will pay for that. And I promise you, that's no threat.
Okay.
You will regret that because you can't go around walking around like you think you're this big hard man in clubs, going offering people out. You're going to throw a drink and throw them off the balconies because one day it will really bite you on the arse.
It probably will. But listen, as I say,
you can't hide behind a raccoon all your life.
I'm not hiding behind a raccoon, am I? I'm sat here.
You are. You're driving down the motorway, reading comments. Well, so if you went into a back of something, imagine your wife and your kid driving down the road, and somebody went in the back of them because they're too busy hiding behind a raccoon little fucking feature whilst reading comments on TikTok, and then they went in the back of their car and killed them. Because you're an absolute you're an absolute lowlife. And it's all about that. Go to work, go and learn. Listen, go.
But you're entertaining me. I don't listen to you, DHB. As I say, nothing you say will ever affect me. Nothing you say will ever.
It does affect you. It does affect you in there, mate. You can hide behind. You can hide behind your raccoon little face. It does affect you because we're all men and we're all like. Listen, you can. That's why you're hiding behind the little fucking feature. A grown man hiding behind a feature, driving his little Range Rover, thinking he's the dog's bollocks, leaving your child and your child's mother to fend whilst you're going on begging off of other women. It's pathetic. Yeah. You're sad.
I am.
You're sad. I've not had a Stella. I'll tell you what I've had. I'm on a Heineken because we sit in our garden, we have a lovely little drink, and we chill out.
As
a family.
Tears are streaming down your face.
Drop me because I've told the truth, mate. I've made you look like an absolute weapon, even though you make yourself look like a little weapon.
Why would I drop you? I don't need to drop you. But the thing is, you do not let me have my say. Like you say, and you just go out and attack, which is sound. As I say, I'm happy to sit here and listen because for me, it doesn't matter. There's nothing. Listen, you're saying, you know where I'm going now, yeah? You always sat in a beer garden, which is fair enough. You work, you do whatever, you can sit in a beer garden.
You're always sat in your car begging, mate. Listen, you're always sat in your car begging off of vulnerable first to Kirsties. It's embarrassing. So, listen, I'm sat in a beer garden with a big park over there where my daughter plays. We have a little bit of food, we have a drink, and that's what normal people do on a Sunday or bank holiday weekends. Not sit on TikTok asking for random people, to pay for your living, or sitting in Benidorm with a transvestite who fucking hates the guts out of you and then fucking, starts exposing you. One day you might go, one day you'll probably go begging your ex-missus to get back with her and say, I'm sorry, but she's probably with somebody now who's fathering your child, mate.
Yeah, exactly that. You're right, everything you say is right, everything you say, DHB, you're right, mate, in everything you say.
All you've got is desperate housewives.
There's not much.
Who are in this comment now going, oh wow, is he still going on? They ain't got a fucking life. They ain't got a life. They've probably got 3 kids to 3 different dads, raping in the old fucking CSA, giving it to you. How sad are they? And you think I'm going to be affected by people's comments like that? But you're affected by their income because they gift you and they make you who you are. And how sad is that?
But you're saying there, yeah, right, that I and someone else has fathered my child and whatever else, right? I'm going to have you listen here. If you do speak, I will mute you. But I'm happy to keep you in the box and I'll happily explain my side, right? So you're saying nobody can split up without them not being a good dad. I know for a fact I'm a good dad. I'm there for my child whenever she needs. I'm there for from Thursday to Sunday, and I'm there. So the time I don't spend with her, what I'm meant to do, sit at home just cuddling a pillow and going, oh no, like I see my daughter every week without fail. I never let her down. I'm there every Thursday to Sunday, every Thursday to Saturday. And the same. So that means you can call my partner a part-time mum as well, then, or does that mean that's an amicable relationship where we both get on as friends? We still FaceTime each other daily.
I don't know how old your daughter is now, right? But say, for instance, now when she gets to 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, right? And you take her to Legoland or you take her to Fort Park. When you take her there and you spend them 3 or 4 days with her, What do you say to her? And she says, "Thank you, Daddy, for taking me here." Do you turn around and say, "Don't thank me, thank my gullible gifters. Thank you for my followers who are single mums themselves, who are gifting me for me to pay for you to take you there"? Because have a little bit of moral compass. Pardon?
You keep coming up with this single mum thing, like you're just seeing.
Go through your following list, mate. Go through your following list. What do you think normal people with husbands and that, do you think their husbands are going to sit there and go, "Oh yeah, that's all right, you go and send him 20, 30, 40 quid here, there and everywhere"? These single people are desperate, and you're like that with your little fishing rod. You and JC are like, "Hey, come on, we'll make you laugh." So listen, the easiest way to get into a woman's fucking knickers is making them laugh. Now, the 2024 version is the easiest way to get into a woman's fucking CSA payments is make them laugh. And you know that, mate. You're not that.
Oh, so you're admitting I'm funny? So you're admitting I'm funny?
Not to me. Not to me. No, not to me. No, I don't.
You actually like
some of the things you've done has made me laugh. Some of the things you've made me laugh. Yeah, not enough to get my money out and gift you, but to desperate housewives who've got no life, their husbands have probably left them for their fucking cleaner or whatever. Then yeah, you are. You know what? Listen. You're not daft. Right. You know how to manipulate people.
So
I'm not daft, and I can.
Where I've manipulated, shared a live, messaged them saying, "Can you ever gift me?" I go live. TikTok is here. So what are you going to do? Are you going to take TikTok down? You need to go. Sorry. You've got a hatred towards me.
Sorry, I just want to point out 3.5k now.
Right, I just had to mute him a sec. Because again, he just talks. TikTok is here, right? TikTok Live is here. There's nothing you can do about it. And if you want to do something about it, go above me. You're personally attacking me because you don't like me or whatever, which is fine. You know what I mean? As I say, but what you need to do is you need to take it bigger. If you think there's really a problem, you need to take it bigger, because I don't see you having the same energy for the rest of the people on the rankings. You have it for me because I've got a lot of people in my chat. And you know, I still give the same energy, I still answer the same people. Even if they don't gift, will still answer a message if I can. I have a lot of people who message me. But you come back with proof now. I've been on here 2 years, yeah? You come back with proof of me manipulating somebody or messaging them saying, "Can you come to my battle? Can you gift me?" None of that. I show live and unmute yourself. Yeah, you'll have to unmute. Yeah, I can't do it. Thank you everyone for the gifts.
So it's a typical blame TikTok. Yeah, TikTok give you a platform. No, it's a manipulation, mate. Right? Listen, it's almost like blame the council. Right? Blame the council for them begs who are sat on the end of the road saying that they're homeless, but they're not. And they get around the corner and they get in their Range Rover and piss off after they've begged thousands of pounds a day. Right? Oh, hang on, blame the council. They should be removing them. No. It's people like you who abuse this app, right? And abuse the vulnerable people. You know people are vulnerable on this app. You know full damn well. You had a professional, very successful business, didn't you? Where's that? Where's that? Oh, actually, you thought, it's easy to come on this app, go live, and get thirsty Kirsties to pay for my lifestyle. Let's face it, mate. Stop passing the buck to TikTok. TikTok takes 65%. Listen, if you went to work tomorrow and I said to you, work for me, and I'll take 65% and I'll give you 35%, right? You wouldn't do it. You'd be like, fuck off. That's fucking your average blind.
I wouldn't work for anybody else.
You do. You work for TikTok. TikTok takes 65%. TikTok takes 65% of your fucking beggings and give you 35%. Don't tell me you don't work for anybody. You work for TikTok.
Oh God, it just talks. If I worked for TikTok, then I'd be I'd have to do a set amount of hours. I'd be contracted. I'd be this, that, and the other. I can choose to stop now, and I don't have to quit.
It's called freelance.
I just send my life.
It's called freelance. It's called self-employed. Don't listen. You're talking to me, not these thirsty curses who just, I don't work with anyone else. I'm an entertainer and all this stuff. You are an absolute beg. You sell animations for TikTok and you get 35% of the commission. They take 65%. That's what you're selling people. And in return, you give them an MVP and you give them a shout out. So don't talk to me like fucking an idiot. You know exactly what you're doing, right? And this is something normal calling you out.
It's called MVP for a reason.
You don't like it because people in your chat will think, look, 3.7 now. I'm boosting you up, man. I'm boosting you up, but I'm here for clout. I don't even go live. It don't bother me. But people like you, right, who have got families and kids, you wouldn't like it done to your kids. You wouldn't like it if you found out your daughter, who's 18, 19, gifting £300-500 their money to somebody who's hiding behind a raccoon while he's driving down the M4 going to fucking Wales to have a piss up, right? You wouldn't that. You wouldn't like it that your ex-missus would be sending your CSA money to somebody who's dressed as a raccoon driving down the M4.
CSA money? My ex-missus CSA money? Are you on crack?
Why would I be on crack? Tell me that.
You just said my ex-missus CSA money.
Child support agency. Child support. All right, take the A away from it. Child support. Do you give her child support? Do you pay her? Or am I on crack?
I wouldn't give her a penny. Wouldn't give her a penny.
No, probably wouldn't, mate.
I'm not that type of guy.
You're too busy.
Nah, I'm not that type of guy. I wouldn't support my child.
You're too busy with your TikTok. Listen, if TikTok finished tomorrow, you're finished. I ain't. I live in the real world.
I would be down in the gutter. I wouldn't have a job. I'd be down in the gutter. No car, no house, no nothing. I'd be so low.
All right, listen. All the people in this says, don't. What's it to do with him? You're all sad little individuals gifting this man money. They're taking money off you. We're in the, he's in sheepland now. His signal's going. But I tell you what. Imagine now, in 2 seconds, all of a sudden we heard this big bang, right? And you ran into somebody and killed 3 people and a family, and then people go, oh, he was on TikTok Live. Dressed as a raccoon, but reading the comments. Imagine that. Imagine that being your child. That's what you listen. That's what you do day in, day out, is hide behind a raccoon whilst you're driving your Range Rover, and you could smash into somebody. Low life is what you are. You're no better than a drink driver. You're no better than a drink driver. Worse. Because you know exactly what you're doing.
I have a driver.
You're too invested in trying to get people's money out of them whilst you can't even switch your live off whilst you're driving to a destination to then go and beg again. Pathetic and embarrassment. And I'll stand by you, and I don't give a fuck what anyone says in these comments and all this, get him off and everything. Because I've boosted your comments up to your views up to 4,000 views now. I'll come off and you drop down to 900 again. But I'm looking for clout. I don't sit there gifting and asking for people to gift me because I don't care. But it's people like you need raising awareness, and you're a very sad individual, mate. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go in there tomorrow. You can mute me and whatever else. Crack on. Stay behind your raccoon. Read your comments. Put lives in danger, including children. Yeah, and keep taking off the vulnerable little gullible women and taking their child.
Do you know what I like the most?
Taking money out of babies' mouths.
Do you know what I like the most? Do you want me to tell you?
Go on. I know what you like
is the most. Is that this angers me so much. You look like a cherry tomato right now because I've got your blood pressure. I've got your blood pressure through the roof. If we checked your blood pressure now, it is through the roof, mate. You're proper. Like, I can see it. It's deep inside you, and I love it. And that's what really like makes me feel good, that I've got you, right? You know, just proper triggered, and you're going to go off the side, and you're going to just
even if my blood pressure is
in the wind, you're just going to disappear.
Listen, even if my blood pressure is through the roof, it's through the roof for a right reason. I'm trying to protect vulnerable people. Your blood pressure will be through the roof when you're shouting, "Come on!" and you want to get to number one. How sad is that, mate? And I'll leave on the better high, because you are nothing but an absolute beg and low life scumbag who takes money off of vulnerable people and keeps begging and manipulating them. You're an absolute sad man, and your daughter will grow up and go, "Fucking hell, really? Is that why my dad paid for me?" Sad. Yeah. Have a good day. Have a nice weekend in wherever you're going. Have a good one.
You too, and enjoy your fish and chips. What a fucking, hey, I tell you what, like going fishing for a fucking, he has his gifts on. Nah, he has his gifts on because I have to think the other day, he has his gifts on because it's in my box. I don't think you can turn them off when you're a plus in the box.